Beginning on the 14th of May 2016, a low-pressure area over the Bay of Bengal caused torrential rain to fall across Sri Lanka, causing floods and landslides which affected 500,000 people. As of the 25th of May 2016, the death toll was 101 with 100 missing. Events. On the 14th of May 2016, the Meteorology Department issued a severe weather advisory for 12 hours, commencing 11:30 East. The 15th of May. A depression off southeast Sri Lanka caused torrential rain and minor floods. More than 35 families in Uluru were displaced after a gale hit their homes. Between 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. 137.7 millimeters of rain was recorded in Kaltranayaki, 125.7 millimeters in Trincomalee, 117.2 millimeters in Karunagala, 106.9 millimeters in Colombo, 98 millimeters in Mahilupalama, 93.5 millimeters in Ratnapura, 79 mm in Kandy and 74.7 millimeters in Batticaloa. The 16th of May. A flight bound for Bia was diverted to Matala Rajapaksa International Airport due to bad weather. Heavy rains and floods affected Chilla, Colombo, Gale, Kalutara, Kandy, Kagal, Matara, Nuwara Eliya and Ratnapura, and one person was killed by lightning in Anuradhapura. The 17th of May. A landslide in Alukwata near Kadugainawa in Kandy district buried 2 homes under 25 feet of mud, rock and rubble, killing 7. Over 200 people trapped by flooding in Aboa and Puttalam district were rescued by the SLAF and Sri Lankan Navy. According to the DMC, the death toll stood at 8 with another 8 missing and more than 200 people were affected. The 18th of May. The Sri Lanka Army, with the help of villagers, volunteers and medical staff, began rescue efforts at Aranayaka and Baladkoapedia. As water levels on the Kalani River rose rapidly, the DMC warned those living near its banks to move to safety. According to the Meteorology Department, the last 4 days had seen one of the highest rainfalls in Sri Lanka. Aftermath. Water levels on the Kalani River, which had peaked at 8 feet, began to fall slowly on the 19th of May 2016 and had fallen to 6 feet by the 22nd of May 2016. Prior to the floods, Sri Lanka was suffering a drought and consequently power cuts as reservoirs ran dry. As rescue efforts continued, the death toll increased. On the 19th of May 2016, the DMC gave the death toll as 58 with 132 missing. Government response. The Sri Lanka Army deployed more than 1,500 Army personnel and 71 officers, including commandos in worst affected areas across the country for immediate search, rescue and relief operations, and the Army, on the directions of the commander, has organized another emergency contingent to stand by in case the situation worsens. Unable to cope with the extent of the floods, the Sri Lankan government appealed for international assistance. International response. An Indian Air Force Boeing C-17 transport aircraft that brought around 50 tons of relief material at Kaltranayaki Airport, Commonwealth of Nations. On the 20th of May, the Commonwealth Secretary-General Patricia Scotland expressed her profound on the victims of landslides in Sri Lanka, following the heavy rain. Australian Foreign Minister Julie Bishop promised to provide any assistance to Sri Lankan government following the damages from landslides and floods. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi pledged Sri Lanka to provide assistance in dealing with the disaster which caused by Cyclone Roanu. Japan. A flight from Japan arrived at Bia on the 21st of May carrying emergency relief items such as blankets, generators, water purifiers and water tanks. Pakistan has said that it will send a 30-bed field hospital and relief materials. Singapore. On the 23rd of May, the Singapore Red Cross announced that it will distribute $150,000 in relief items to survivors, and has a team on standby to assist in relief work. United Nations. The United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs has said that and international NGOs were helping the Sri Lankan government with relief efforts on the ground. USA. The United States Embassy in Colombo announced on the 20th of May that Rs. $2,050,000 would be provided for immediate emergency relief items such as blankets, clothing, hygiene kits and mattresses, whilst a 3-year program totaling Rs. $144 million would provide safe, disaster-resilient drinking water for populations highly vulnerable to flooding and droughts.